Të dashur teleshikues të televizionit të shqiptarëve të Amerikës, për zgjedhja e një kandidati shqiptar, i cili mund të shkojë deri në Kongres, është një eveniment i cili ka bashkuar të gjithë shqiptarët. I ka bashkuar të gjithë shqiptarët në evente të ndryshme për të ndihmuar pikërisht kandidatin që përfaqësojnë vlerat e tyre më të mira, Robert Lulgjuraj, për të zgjedhur si kongresmen në distriktin numër 10 në Michigan. Edhe për këtë arsye ka pasur evente të ndryshme, fundraiser, të cilët shqiptarët shprehin mbështetjen e tyre për kandidatin e përzgjedhur për ta. Ne ishim këtu në një fundraiser të organizuar në shtëpinë e zotit Prel Gjokaj, një aktivist i shquar i komunitetit, drejtues i shoqatës shqiptaro-amerikane të republikanëve konservator në Michigan. Pikërisht shoqata e cila suporton Robertin. E këtu jemi në një event sa shoqëror dhe familjar. Kanë ardhur miq të afërm të familjes, por edhe mjaft përfaqësues të Partisë Republikane Amerikan, të cilët janë në këtë event fundraiser për të ndihmuar Robert Lulgjuraj që të përzgjedhet për në Kongres. Që të përzgjedhësh për Kongresin Amerikan, sidomos në primary, duhet të arrish një nivel të caktuar monetar me donacione të ndryshme që shërbejnë për të arritur qëllimin kryesor, me reklama, me evente të ndryshme. Ndaj dhe shqiptarët janë bashkuar sonte pikërisht në këtë event. Janë ata së bashku këtu për të grumbulluar, për të ndihmuar sa të mundin Robertin që të përzgjedhet. Dhe besoj se ne do të jemi në gjendje si komunitet të çojmë një kandidat kaq dinjitos si Robert Lulgjuraj në Kongres. Ne jemi me kamerën tonë këtu në këtë event dhe do përcjellim zhvillimin e këtyre ngjarjeve me intervista të ndryshme me të pranishmit.
Dua fort të jeton familjen, familja e Ganit, familja eme. E tanë jem mirë, jem bashkuar pak për këson të i Robertit me di mua, se është shumë djali mirë, ja ka njohë gjyshin, ja ka njohë tanë shumë i mirë. Faleminderit në ardhje.
I'm here to support Robert L. for Congress. And I have followed him for years, and I am convinced he has his heart is for Jesus, and he knows his wisdom is from the Bible. God bless Robert.
A do fitoj Roberti?
Ja, ka po, me fitua, po, duhet. Robert janë numri 1.
Number 1. Yeah. Po dhe gjysha është number 1.
A po?
Se pa qenë gjysha bëhej Roberti.
E ka pagat gjyshin për të froni për të të kenë.
A je gëzume se të shof gjithmonë që...
Po se si jam e gëzume me pa familjen e mire, nipin e besara dytë e vëllane motën ose i ka. Ma të mirë, ishë si Roberti janë. Kemi nërë 50 anëve të keni nërru një faleminerë. Ja kanë bo bashkimin, ja rris nërën.
Hey, I just wanted to congratulate Robert and wish him the best of luck and on his campaign. And he's got a lot of momentum going forward. He's got a lot of support. And yeah, we're just going to keep at it. So
Okay, a lot of support, but we need more support.
we do. He needs more support. He needs more donations to the campaign.
Wallet support.
Exactly. So, but he's got a lot of energy, and he's he's doing this full time now. He gave up his job to campaign full time. So there's a lot of work to be done, but I think he's definitely capable. And motivated to do it. So
jemi bashkuar këtu sot për Robertin. He's running for 10th district in Michigan. We all with him. He's a real patriot, conservative, I made a shirt special for him, you know. We get the Trump endorsement here.
Yeah, I asked him in the interview, do you think Trump will endorse you?
He sure will. He's the only Make America Great Again patriot that he's going to pull through, and he's going to be our next congressman in Michigan.
Okay, we used to, all the Albanians have to support him because we know that he merited, and we know that Albania needs to have an Albanian representative in the Congress.
Yes, we're all happy. I mean, it's due time that we have a congressman out there. He's going to be our voice in Congress, and we wish him the best of luck.
I'm Dr. Mike Aiello. I'm the Clinton Township Treasurer here, and a lot of Robert's nephews grew up in my household with my identical twin boys that are now 25, Tony and Dino. So as I know the family personally, and I'm getting behind Robert and giving him my endorsement as the Clinton Township Treasurer. So we're backing him 100%. He's our guy.
Është nder dhe krenari, edhe pse ndoshta pak e vonuar, por kandidati ynë për Kongres të Shteteve të Bashkuara, Robert Lulgjuraj, është një zgjedhje e qelluar. Është një djalë i shkëlqyeshëm, rrjedh prej një familje të mirë. I kom njoft që 43 vjet që jam në Amerikë, ja kom njoft edhe gjyshin, babën, gjyshin, mamën, të gjithë familjen. Kanë punuar shumë për komunitetin shqiptar, sidomos për kishën e Shën Palit në 12 mile në Warren, me kujtohet mbase kryeshin gjitha festimet. Kjo familje me familje të tjera të Gjok Martinit dhe Shluketës dhe shumë tjerë, rrinin krejt familja gratis, punonin deri në mëngjes me pregadit kishën për të nesërmen ku do të qohen meshet. Kanë punuar shumë dhe meritojnë. Nuk duhet jam lokalistën e nifemi ka herë me juve, dhe besoj që bash Zoti e ka lanë që të dalë si kur shpërblimi malsorve për të gjithë mundin, gjakun, mjetet materiale, ushtarët në luftu që kes, demonstratat për lirit Kosovës dhe demokracinë Shqipëri, ndoshta bash Zoti e ka pru që të kenë edhe reprezentuesin e parë nga kjo krahin e lasht, këtë krahin patriotike si ju vete nifni, dhe parë biseduam malësia madhe mbi Shkodrës, edhe pse jemi në Maltëzi, e kem dash shumë, e duam dhe i kem dhanë komit shqiptar për si krahin e vogël, mjaft i kem dhanë, kur s'është mjaft, por kemi kontribua, dhe ju shokët dhe miqë të shumë t'i keni Michigan nga kjo krahin, dhe ju respektojnë shumë. Prandaj dhe Roberti mendoj që është right candidate, është kandidati i duhur, është një njeri shkolluam, e din ligjin, ka krye shkollat juridike, ka eksperiencë, dhe me dinitet dhe ndershmëri do të na reprezentojnë në Shtetet Bashkuara në Kongresin Amerikan, ku zani joni shqiptarve etnik do të jeti përbashkë, sepse dhe Roberti nuk ban dallime për kur një shqiptar, ka do krahine, feje, apo përkatësie qoftaj politike. Ky do në gjithë shqiptar, dhe ne të gjithë na duhet me dashte, si demokratët, si republikanët. Zakonisht ma tepër republikan, sepse dhe ky vetë është i republikan, dhe ne duhet të jemi pranë tij, dhe ftoj komunitetin pa dallim që t'ja japim dorën këtij njeriu të mirë, këtij vllaut ton të mirë nga jugu në veri, të gjithë shqiptarët pa dallim, kështu si jemi bashkua edhe këtu. Besoj që do t'ja japim dorën që të zgjellim kandidatin ton në shtëpitë barë në politikën e vendit të dytë ma të dashur për shqiptarët. Ky është atë joni dytë, këtu po i rrisim fëmijën ton, unë dhe ti dhe shumë që na ndiqin, dhe duhet ka ardhur koha që të kemë reprezentuesit ton që të reprezentojnë racën ton të bukur shqiptar dhe gjakun ton dhe gjuhën ton amtare.
It's very important to have somebody in Washington that represents our viewpoint and things that we care about as a community. And if we have an issue, whether it's with immigration or a family unification issue, those are the things that are important to Albanians, you know, uniting our families and being together. And Robert is somebody that has the skill set and has the experience as a former prosecutor, and it's very important that we help him out and get behind him. Whether we volunteer, go help knock on doors for him, or we make a donation as small as $5 or $500 or whatever you can afford. Robert needs our help, and we all need to step up and help him out. It's not easy. Nothing's ever easy, you know. Waking up in the morning is hard these days, you know, but we gotta, get behind him and make his life a little easier, you know. I didn't have a lot of Albanian support back then because they weren't as engaged, but now there's a lot more people that are aware of how important politics are. They affect our lives, you know. So it's important that we try to have a voice and a say in how things go in our world.
Të dashur teleshikues të televizionit të shqiptarëve të Amerikës, jemi në këtë moment në një fundraiser ku mbështetësit e kandidatit republikan për distriktin e 10 për në Kongres Robert Lulgjuraj, miqtë e tij, zoti Prel Gjokaj, kanë organizuar në familjen e tyre një takim me donator për të ndihmuar Robertin për të arritur dhe për të zgjedhur në Kongres. Ai është aty me shokët, me miqtë e tij. Robert, si ndjehesh në këtë moment kur sheh që njerëz si Prel Gjokaj, i cili është mik dhe shok i juaj, ka hapur jo vetëm dyert e shpirtit, por edhe dyert e shtëpisë së tij për të ndihmuar ty për të arritur numrin e parave që nevojiten për të qenë kandidat i mirëfillt këtu në Michigan.
Well, first, let me thank Albanian TV. You all are following this campaign around. I want to thank Tony, and I want to thank my friend Rafael and Gani Villa. We've been busy. We've been hanging out a lot, Rafael. You know why? That means we're doing good work. We have a lot of momentum. We're having fundraisers. We're spending a lot of time together. And so thank you for interviewing us, and thank you for promoting the campaign. Thanks for being here tonight. And look, Mark, this is our second backyard fundraiser. You were at the first one. We did it with Fisit Lulgjuraj and Paul Lulgjuraj's house. Now Mark opened up his backyard to us. And these are the backyards that take you to Congress, Rafael. 15, 20, 30 people around the county, around the various cities. The word's going to get out. The neighbors are going to be aware of it. And that's how we're going to get to Congress. It's a good strategy, I think, Rafael.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's not a problem. The beautiful thing is, because I saw here American friends, your neighbors, some of them that know you when you've been a little one, know your family, and they came here just to support you because they find the same values that you integrate, and you can send to Congress those values.
Yeah, well, let's thank Mark and his father and his wife Tonka for opening up their house. It's a great family and great reputation, and they've always been active politically and bringing the neighbors, right? These people know us. It's great to be in Warren, which is a huge part of the district. And so people care about you if they know that you're running for office, if they know that, if they know who you are, then they want to come and help you. And that's exactly what's happening. I mean, you see the momentum every time, every event, every week, we're building. And if we do this for 1 year, Rafael, imagine where we're going to be together. You know where we're going to be? We're going to be in Washington, D.C. together. And this microphone, Albanian TV, is going to be at the Capitol and at the White House when we get sworn in as the first Albanian.
Yeah, I saw some your American friends. They had hard time to pronounce your last name, but they say Robert L. But that's enough. We understand all.
Robert L., Robert Lulgjuraj, Robert Lulgjuraj, whatever they want to call us, it doesn't matter. But you know what they care about most? My last name may be hard to spell, but my values are easy to understand, and they're going to remember my values, and because my values are their values. And so it's the last name that it's hard to pronounce, but the values are easy to understand. And when you look at the ballot, it's going to be the name. You're not going to mistake it for anyone else. So they're going to find the name on the ballot. We just got to get the message to them.
So this tells us how you are integrated in the community. So you have to follow this road, not only on these small events like this, but with knocking to everybody's door. What's your strategy for the campaign?
My strategy is knock on every door, visit every person, go to every business meeting, go to every grassroots event, every Republican meeting, every business roundtable, wherever we have to go. I'll be there, and I'm going to let Albanian TV know if they want to come on for the ride.
No, we are coming. We are coming. Okay, we wish all the best to you and your friends, and we follow you up till you open the doors of the Congress.
Lulgjuraj, Rafael. Thank you.
Faleminderit. Të dashur teleshikues, kemi këtu Prel Gjokaj, shpirtin e repartit, personin I cili aktivizon dhjetra aktivitete, dhe sot ai ka hapur dyert e shtëpisë së vet për mikun e tij, Robert Lulgjuraj, për të mundësuar që shqiptari I parë të shkojë në Kongres. Shoku dhe miku I Markut, Roberti. Mark, ky event fundraiser, çfarë do të thënie ka për ty?
Mirëmbrëma, jam I privilegjuar që na keni pjesëmarrë si shumë evenemente. Kjo është fundraiser është shumë më rëndësi se tregon se je kandidat serioz. Pa fonde nuk mundesh me bë asnjë as biznes as jetën e përditshme. Roberti është njëri më I kualifikuar, më I përsosur, më I përshtatshëm, më I mirin, ka aktivitete me 1000 orë vullnetarizëm, edukatën, edhe kërkojmë mbështetjen për Robertin, edhe për çdo shqiptar kandidat serioz, në shqiptar dhe të përfaqësojnë ata më mirë se tjerët kanë minimal në të vërtet. Na kanë bën premtime shumë e rezultate pak, ose gati as pak.
Është e rëndësishme që ne të kemi për herë të parë, pasi kushtet janë pjekur, për vetë komunitetin ton, por dhe për mundësinë që është krijuar në distriktin 10 për Robertin, I cili I ka të gjitha mundësitë për të arritur fitoren. Ka kualifikimin, ka përvojën e tij si prosecutor, si prokuror në një nga qarqet më të vështira si Detroit, Wayne County, por dhe këtu në Macomb County. Roberti madje ka lënë detyrën e tij për të kushtuar 100% fushatës.
Është shumë më rëndësi dhe të bëjmë historinë tonë. Shqiptarët dhe të shkruajnë historinë e vet, dhe të bëjnë historinë e vet, nuk ka mëges, as nuk ka ndonjë dobësi për me përfaqësuar vetin. Historinë tonë dhe të shkruajmë na. Kalemi I tjetrit punon vizionin e tyre, jo në vizionin e jo në meritën tonë. Na kem plot histori të mirë, jem njerëz produktiv, takspagues, aktiv, hapim biznise, bëjmë riske, bëjmë shumë punë, pse mos në përfaqësua krejt distriktin e krejt Macomb County kënë mos e 20.000 shqiptar, njerëz të mirë në aktiv, edhe unë jam I 100% I dedikuar për Robertin.
Është interesant sepse pam këtu mjaft miq amerikan, madje komshi të Robertit, të cilët ishin në këtë event dhe shprehin faktin që e njihnin atë prej kohësh, njihnin familjen e tij dhe ata ishin me gjithë zemër në suport të Robertit.
Po tash këtu kem edhe miq amerikan, është shumë I mbështetun, kem prej Lansing, Michigan, kem prej komunës, kem aktivista edhe njerëz shqiptar edhe amerikan. Pra ky ka me fituar me shqiptar edhe me amerikan. Nuk fitohet vetëm. Roberti sado kandidat I mirë, edhe kur s'kem pa kandidat më kualifikuar në shtet Michiganit, këtë vjet telefonit, nuk mund të arrijë vetëm. Duhet mbështetja e gjithë sills shqiptar e shqiptare dhe të mbështesin Robertin, ai do të shkojë dhe do të përfaqësoj në nivelin më të lartë.
Cili është apeli juaj për të gjithë bashkëdhetarët?
Apeli është me ndihmua, nuk është e thënën se duhet me kontribua sa të mundesh. $50, $100, $200, $500, ata si kanë më shumë dhe të kontributojnë më shumë. Sa më parë, se mas primares, atër vjen ajo
fushata e vërtet,
edhe aty atër do të angazhohet Washingtoni, cilët kanë marrë me $10 miliona se aq kushton.
Është një vend shumë I rëndësishëm edhe për ekuilibrat të Kongresit.
Absolut, se janë vetëm me 2-3 vota dallim, dhe gjithë cila votë, gjithë përfaqësim e bën atë veten. U falenderoj fort, mundni me fol me këtë doni, këtu I kem shumë miq, shumë njerëz të mirë, shumë aktiv, shumë aktivista. U falenderoj fort.
Faleminderit edhe juve për aktivizmin tuaj, për atë çka bëni për komunitetin edhe për shpirtin e tyre të dashur me të gjithë shqiptarët, i hapur edhe mikit gjithë. Faleminderit.
Mirupafshim prap.
Can I have your attention? My name is Mark Stanai. I've been involved in the political arena, I guess, so to speak, for many, many years now. I'm a Republican activist, and I'm just very active in the party, and I volunteer as much of my time as I can. And I've done a lot of campaigning and volunteer work with Robert. I've gotten to know Robert very well, and his value system aligns with mine. Very conservative, Catholic, very patriotic, very loyal, with strong integrity. So Robert is he's quit his job at the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office, and he's devoting his time completely to run for the 10th District, which is historical for such a young man to be doing. And I just wanted to recognize Robert and all the hard work that he's done. And anyways, I just wanted to thank Albanian TV for being here. Also for Mr. Mike Aiello, who's the treasurer of Clinton Township. Thanks for being here, Mr. Aiello, or Dr. Aiello, I should say. And also, can't forget Mark P. Gjokaj for his hospitality and putting this amazing fundraiser together, doing all this work. So thank you to Mark Gjokaj. Him and his wife have done an amazing job. This is not the first time that Mark has sacrificed his time and his money and his house to host an event for what he believes in, for the conservative cause. One of the things that I wanted to touch on is fundraising. Robert has raised a decent amount of money. I'm not going to say exactly how much, but we still have a long way to go. The NRCC wants to see him at a certain level, and we're not there yet. So I ask everyone here to please donate as much as you can. The maximum per person is $7,000 in donations. Donations have to be made either online at Robert L. For Congress. For is spelled F-O-R, so robertlforcongress.com. You can go online, you can donate, or you can write a check here. Make the checks payable to Robert Lulgjuraj for Congress. A couple other things I want to mention. We're going to have another fundraiser at the Rochester Bistro on August the 25th. If anyone needs information as far as the address or the exact time, I have it on my phone. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. I believe it's at 6 o'clock. And then there's going to be another awesome fundraiser for Robert. It's going to be at the Palazzo Grande on September 4th. So please, everyone, we have our circle of friends and our circle of influence. If everyone reaches out to like 10 people or 20 people, letting them know about Robert, letting them know about the upcoming fundraiser, it's helpful. That's what I do. Whenever there's a fundraiser, I just get on my phone and I'll text as many of my friends and family and relatives and let them know, hey, you never know. I mean, it could be just that one person that would make a difference. So I encourage everyone to do that and to donate as much as you can. Elections take a lot of money, a ton of money. It's crazy. So that's what we need. We need a lot of donations to come in, and this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's the 10th district and encompasses Rochester Hills and Rochester City, and a substantial portion of Macomb County south of Hall Road. Just so you guys are aware. If anyone has any questions, I know that we were doing petitions a while ago, and people were like, "Well, what's the 10th district?" And they didn't realize. And up until recently, I didn't know what the 10th district was. So, anyways, what else? Did I forget anything else? Oh, yeah. I'm going to have Dr. Mike Aiello say some kind words. So,
I just want to say that, there's a lot of people that like to run for office, but I've been in the political field for quite many years, and many of the people I've ran against for different positions I've ran for and watched other people run for other offices, but it's very rare to find a unique candidate like Robert is. He's dedicated his entire life putting everything into this, and I always say, always judge somebody by if they walk or talk. And Robert's proven that by he just gave up his career to do this full time, making no money, rolling up his sleeves and hitting the streets. And that's what it takes, because as we all know, politics is not a friendly world. So I am very honored to be here tonight as the Clinton Township Treasurer. This is my first public announcement. I'm giving Robert my endorsement as the Clinton Township Treasurer as a Republican candidate. And I'm proud, very proud to do so. And I'm doing that. I know many of his family members have raised up with my twins and my daughter throughout my household in the last 25 years. So I can sincerely say, this is our man for this position, Robert. Thanks again, Robert, for jumping in.
Every person that shows up shows a lot of support. There's people that drove 45 minutes like Shota, maybe an hour. And people that never got a chance to go home right out of work, like Jackie here, Terry McCoskey, John Gochi, all the way from Monroe, and my buddy, my number one attorney right here, Paul Lulgjuraj. Thank you for everything that you do for everybody, and especially for Robert. The Albanian TV, of course. You don't have to say too much when you have the television program. The sponsors and supports you every day, 24/7. People get to see it in Europe and everywhere. So don't discount or sell short the Albanian TV. The most loyal guy right here, Noni, who beat everybody to the punch. Look at that beautiful shirt he made. He made one for me also. I want to thank all my family. I want to thank all my children, and every one of you in here are my brothers and sisters. Let's go make some history. Robert Lulgjuraj himself, here he comes. Let's go, Robbie.
All right, let's thank the host of the house. Well, actually, before we thank the host, Mark Stana, you're first of all, every time I see you, you have a MAGA hat on, and so we have to give you credit. You're a true patriot, and we know you serve every day in uniform, but then you get out of work and you do a lot of activism, and I don't think anyone loves the country more and does more goodwill and tries to get good people elected than you. And I know one day, we all see it in you. We know you're going to be a leader and someone that hopefully runs for public office after your professional career, and so we're all going to get behind you one day, and God bless you and your family, and thanks for that introduction. And then let's thank, obviously Albanian TV. They've been following us everywhere. I spend more time with Albanian TV, I think, than my own family. And so thank you, Gani and Tony and Raphael, for following us and promoting us and getting the word out there, and Luigi as well, and all the Albanian media. It's really important because we have enough population, enough populace to get this across the board. And so the fact that they're promoting it through the media is very huge, I think, for the campaign. So let's give it up to our Albanian media for promoting this campaign. And then let's thank the person's house, who it is, Mark and his father. We appreciate these gentlemen. They opened up their door to us. But the first house that we started off at actually is, we got to give props to Paul Lulgjuraj, and he opened it up to our family and our cousins and his beautiful house and his children and his wife. And he was the one that actually kicked off this campaign, and we wouldn't have been able to kick it off without Paul. And so he may be your attorney, but he's my cousin. So we appreciate Paul Lulgjuraj. And then let's thank Mark Gjokaj and his father and his beautiful children and their significant others. And we appreciate you, and thanks for opening up your home to us and putting out great food. And I know, Mark, a lot of people will just write you a check, and we'll take your check. We'll take $7,000 max from all of you tonight, and we're happy to do so. But sometimes, actually, to be honest, it's easy to write a check and then be done with the campaign. But it actually takes a special person to write a check and then to ride with you all the time, day to day, and to get out there. And so Mark's, honest to God, he's been a real constant in this campaign, and he spreads the word with his neighbors. He's pretty actually like politically active. He's a precinct delegate, and he goes out to the Republican meetings and tries to tell all his friends about us, and he tells his neighbors about us. And sometimes tragedy hits the family, and I think by the grace of God, he's watched over his family and his son Albert, who's actually here today. And so we just want to thank God for keeping him and his family safe. And that's what we're fighting for, God in this country, brother. God and family. That's very important. And yeah, and Mark, sometimes he hops in the car with me, and we go out and we try to find people from our community to write us checks or a place to put a sign up. And so that takes a lot of work and effort and taking time away from your family and your job to do that. So we really appreciate it. We do. It makes a difference. And this guy, he's done a lot of political activism, but he knows, and I want you all to know, that we have a chance to get an Albanian American in the halls of Congress because the timing is right in this district that we're in. And I think Mark knows that. And a lot of times him and a lot of people from our community knocked on the doors of Congress trying to get Congress people to listen to them. And some Congress people are fine. Some of them believe in public service, but a lot of them are so busy that once you speak to them, they leave after 5 minutes or they forget the issue that you brought to their attention. And so I think it's time to get somebody that actually lives in the district, like me, born and bred, someone that's your neighbor, but somebody that also comes from your community, because no one's going to take care of you like we are and like I am. And so I think Mark has identified that, and that's why he's been working so hard on this campaign, and he'll walk through fire for this campaign, because actually, to be honest, like this is more than just my name on the sign. It may have started off with the inception of my idea of running, but it's actually turned into our campaign. It's all of our campaign. And so we'll give Mark his props, but I actually do love his wife. I think his wife is much better, and she's fantastic, and she's the glue to this family. And when he's out like an Energizer bunny doing whatever, she's holding down the home and keeping an eye on the family. And so I just want to thank his beautiful wife as well, because not only is she married to Mark, but she's my cousin, and she's a Lulgjuraj, and that means she's tough, and she's hardcore, and she's the best. And then I'd like to thank Dr. Micah Yalo, the Republican treasurer of Clinton Township. I can't believe that he just endorsed our campaign tonight, but I think we appreciate you. And our families grew up, my brother grew up with your sons, your beautiful sons, and a lot of us in the community, we've always had your back, and our community always voted for you when you were in Clinton Township, and we're never going to let you down, we promise you. And it's difficult when you attach your name to someone else, but we're never going to let you down, and we appreciate your presence. And there's just a few other grassroots people I'd like to thank. I know Jackie Eubanks, and she does a lot, I think, with like Turning Point and a lot of other Republican groups, so thank you for being here. The Catholic Vote, and you've been a part of so much, I don't even know what else other groups are.
Okay, so Trump campaign 2020, Catholic Vote 2024, Turning Point USA, and then Michigan Fair Elections and Pure Integrity Michigan Elections. So does that cover everything? Yeah. Basically all the topics we care about, right? Yeah.
That's a great resume. Thanks for being here. And then there's another gentleman. He's in his unofficial capacity, but he's ran for office before, and he's ran for sheriff, and he was a state rep. And so we just like to thank, he's been a friend of our community, and whatever event you invite him to, he always comes, and him and his wife, and they actually care about this county and this country. So I'd like to thank Terry and Anna just for gracing us with your presence. And I think actually Mark, honestly, he did a better job with your fundraiser than ours. More people, better food, but it's okay. We'll play second fiddle to your campaign, and we appreciate it. So thanks for being here. Appreciate it, Terry. Yeah, so look, we're running for office. Quit the job, which is fine. If you all see me begging for money or looking for a free sub during the week, please feel free to, feed me, right? When we're out there on the campaign trail. But I care. I mean, I'm willing to give up my profession. I'm willing to give up my job. And I see some of our some of our other team members. I want to thank, and they're really great guys, and they volunteer for free. And actually, our community's really gotten on board. Number one, our priest, I think, is our number one fundraiser. He's not here tonight, but let's thank the priest of our parish. And there you go. And then I'd like to thank Joey Barashai and Gianni Perkai. These are young, They're here. We call them the finance bros. And these gentlemen help me stay organized and help feed ideas off each other. And they're completely volunteered. So this is like a true campaign from the community because they care. And they're actually very smart financial advisors. So after you donate to me tonight, Big Max check, brother, you can invest your money with some great guys in a great firm that are going to look over you and your retirements and your financial future. And it's better, I think, to use people from our community, people that we trust and love. So we appreciate you guys, everything you do for the campaign. God bless you. All right, we're running to win. We're serious. We got some money in the bank. We're off to a very good start. All right, I think a lot of people run. A lot of people like to see their name on the ballot. A lot of people try to put themselves first, but I'm not thinking about myself. I'm thinking about us, and I'm thinking about the community, and I'm thinking about this country. All right, and thank God that we elected the best president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump, the 45th and 47th president of the United States. And we want all the neighbors to hear that President Donald Trump is the greatest president in my lifetime. Amen! And he puts the American people first every single day. And so my job is pretty easy, I'll be honest. It's hard to win, and it's hard to campaign, and it's hard to get out there. But my job is to get to the halls of Congress and be on board with his agenda. And he went up against like the political elite class. Because we're not Jeb Bush Republicans. We're not Mitt Romney Republicans. We're not Obama Democrats. We're America First, Donald Trump Republicans. And that's the truth. And that's the first time I think we had someone that's waking up every single day and try to put America first, the forgotten Americans. And who makes up America? It's not the elitists. Because these people, and we have people here that have run for office, they sit in smoke-filled rooms and they get to choose who their candidate is. And whether that be Democrat or Republican, and they get corporate interest on board, and they get PACs on board, and somebody that's dedicated their whole entire life to serving people and getting out there and risking their lives and standing up for their family, that person gets boxed out. Well, it's baloney, and we're finally going to rise, and we're going to push through, and we have enough money through the community to push through, and the grassroots people, and we have a good candidate with a good resume that can articulate these America First values, I think, at an intellectual level, which is very important. And then somebody that has the work ethic. And then this is a red county, I believe. And with Donald Trump, I think, putting forth very good legislation, it's going to continue to be a red county. And so we're not going to allow Democrats, don't allow them to fool you. This is not your grandfather's Democratic Party anymore. The people that are running in this primary are young, and they're socialist, and they want to implement high taxes, and they want to implement controlling the means of production. And we see somebody in New York actually running on that agenda. And that's not what made America great, because everyone in this room, whether you're Albanian, Ukrainian, Polish, Italian, Greek, Dutch, Irish, wherever you're from, we escaped generally a globalist ideology. And the only place that we could escape in this whole world is the beacon of hope, which is called the United States of America. And we need to protect America, because if we ever lose America, then there's nowhere else for us to escape to. And so I think no one knows that better than the people that are sitting on this porch right now. And so what made America? It's God, family, and it's capitalism. And even though capitalism might have some of its issues, it's way better than what every other country puts into place. And so if you're willing to work hard and follow the law and be a good person and start a business and do things ethically and pray to God on your knees in the morning, but get up on your legs and run out there and work, then you're going to be successful in America. And so I really believe, and I don't come from from an elitist background. My grandmother right here, she was a dishwasher in Greektown. All right, and so I come from absolutely nothing. And I rose up and I worked hard and I went to school, and nothing was handed to me, and parents sacrificed to push me to this point, and became a prosecutor. And every day I was in a courtroom, in a tough courtroom in Wayne County, where they don't always subscribe to law enforcement. They don't always subscribe to law and order. They don't always subscribe to the rule of law and the separation of powers and the Constitution and all these values that the founding fathers founded this country on. But I was in there fighting every single day. And I was fighting for victims, and I was fighting for law enforcement. And I want you to know that when I get to DC, I'm going to fight for you every single day. And there's a reason why God gave us 2 ears and one mouth, because I'm going to do more listening than I am talking. and I care about people, and my whole life is dedicated to other people, and I could have made money in life, and I could have chose a different path, but I didn't. I try to do things that are right for people and stand up for truth and justice. That's just the way that my moral code is locked in. And so I don't give a damn who runs in this primary, to be honest with you. I know that we have the support, and every day I feel it. We go to businesses, we go to grassroots events, we do backyard parties. You all might not think this is consequential, but you put 30, 40 people in the backyard, that's how you get to the halls of Congress. You do that multiple times a week over an extended period of time. And so we're not going to let people from a neighboring county that don't live in the district come and represent you. I'm not going to allow it to happen. And we're not going to pick people that are sons and daughters and cousins and et cetera of politicians. We're not going to let the sons of millionaires and billionaires represent you. You're going to get somebody that's blue collar, comes from a blue collar family, that knows what this district's about, that cares about the district, that cares about the economy, that cares about blue collar jobs, that's never going to sell you out. And even though President Trump may leave in 2 years, who's going to be your representative? Me. And when it's me, it means I'm your representative. It's your seat. So I promise you, I'm never, ever going to sell you out, and I'm always going to have your back. And I love you all very, very much. And it means a lot that you take time out of your day to be here. And I'm not scared, because nobody understands what this country was built on. And no one understands its history better than me. No one's willing to get up in front of rooms and fight for you. And I'm going to do that every damn day. And I'm a fighter. And I don't care who the hell, like I mentioned earlier, who runs, because we have us. They don't have the power that we do. And honest to God, I really feel like God is opening this up for us. We're the first Republican to announce for this seat, and we're less than a year away from this election. There should be way more people in here. But I think they know that we're serious. I think they know that we can put a lot of people in the room. And I think they know that we have the resume to get to Congress. And so I really believe, by the will of God, that he's going to watch over this campaign, because we're going to do the right thing, and we're going to kick some butt, and we're going to get there. And I promise you, you're going to come on January 2nd or 3rd when we get sworn in. We're going to have a big party for all of us, because I won't be able to get there without you. So I just want to say thank you. God bless you. God bless your families. I hope you all become prosperous and grow with your family, and God watches over you in health and safety. And Mark, thank you for opening up your home to us. And was that short enough, Leon? Was that good, or do you want me to keep going? Thank you, and God bless you. I appreciate you guys.
Të dashur teleshikues të televizionit të shqiptarëve të Amerikës, kështu përfundoi dhe ky organizim fundraiser për të ndihmuar kandidatin ton, kandidatin shqiptar për të zgjedhur në Kongresin Amerikan për distriktin e 10, Robert Lulgjuraj. Ky është një event miqësor, familjar, por eventet të tilla të vogla, ditë pas ditës, tregojnë lidhjet e kandidatit me komunitetin, si me komunitetin shqiptar, ashtu edhe me komunitetin amerikan, sepse tek Robert Lulgjuraj ne gjejmë mishërimin e një kandidati shqiptar i ndërtuar, i forcuar nga një emigrant, nga një familje emigrante e ardhur nga Malizi drejt një rruge të re, me mundi, me punën e tij. Një kandidat, siç e tha vetë Roberti, blue collar, nga një familje emigrante që synon që shqiptarët të përfaqësohen denjësisht në Kongres. Dhe ai do të arrijë këtë, me eventet tilla si këto, me ndihmën tonë. Prandaj ju ftoj të gjithëve të ndihmoni Robertin në fazën e parë, në fazën ku kërkohet sa më shumë donacione për të arritur kuotën e nevojshme për të zgjedhur në Kongres. Miru takofshim në event të tjera.